Hey guys, welcome back. I am doing an update video to my previous 3080 Ti. A lot of you guys are struggling to get hash rate over 90. Now keep in mind, I'm actually mining and video encoding at the same time on this card, so the rates do drop slightly. But as you can see down below, it is actually over 90 currently, and this is actually on NBMiner 39.7, which I'm going to have to use to show you the differences between the old version and the new version. The first thing we're going to cover is the voltage. I don't have anything locked in right now. As you can see, my voltage is all over the place, and GPU is all over the place. What we want to do is watch these millivolts here and see where it drops to. And I can tell you, because I've already done this one's going to drop down to about 768. So what I've done, and correct me if I'm wrong, is I try to find the lowest value roughly, and that dropped to 750, but in my case I found 768 is pretty stable. You can actually watch these in the curve editor also. See, this is how it's bouncing around. And actually you can also lock these into place too, so that's 793, 787, you see the numbers at the very bottom there. So you can actually lock these in by clicking the square and then hitting the L and see how that turned yellow. And then you just go back into Afterburner and click, and as you can see, that locked into 768 right there. So let's go back into the command line for the newest version. Now you will have to use the newest version to lock in your clock rates, memory clock, power, all that on your card. And I prefer to do this. And you do have to run the script as an administrator in Windows. But as you can see, I have LHR mode 1. And if I don't use LHR mode 1, my card will lock. And I'm using this minus LRV 0.1 because what that does is it drops these percentages if the card starts to lock in increments of 0.1. So it'll drop to 74.7, 74.6 until it finds a stable rate. So that's what this is for. And then this is how you set your power level. And if you're using Windows, you do have to use 2 percentage signs. And you're going to separate them by a comma if you have 2 cards. So this is card 1, this is card 2. Same goes for the core clock, memory clock. And then be very careful when you lock in your voltages. Pull these values from whatever you found was stable in Afterburner. And then the last one is going to be the fan. So now that I've done that, I'm going to close NBMiner 39.7 and open up 40.1. All right, so now we're going to load the mining script. If you're on Windows, you can go to Properties and Advanced if it's a shortcut. You've got to run it as an administrator. And then run as admin. And as you see, we're locked in on our power limit, core voltage, and the clock's locked in, which is great. We're going to start out at 74.8. It will lower in increments of 0.1 if the card starts to lock. So I'll give this a second to load, and then we will return back to the video. Wanted to return back to this session after my lunch break because it's been running for about 33 minutes now. So you can see the TI 3080 Ti is at 91 hash rate, 3060 is at 37. So total 129.1. It'll drop now that I'm video capturing, but it runs, and you can see the hash rate's not triggered, so it's still at 74.8, which is great. Occasionally it will, for some reason, trigger it, but I've found if I just do a reboot and it starts up, it seems to do fine on that. All right, so this is actually an HP Omen that I already had. And as you can see, one of the interesting things is I can actually change the color right here, that LED. And I'll put a link in my blog how to do that, because there's only one software I found that will actually let you change it. You can also change the brightness of the GeForce RTX on that. So as you can see, everything's red in the case. And I'm using a Vornado fan because I just happen to have one to just blow the air out of the case. All right, I hope that was helpful. Subscribe to my channel for future updates. I'll only post when there's a significant change or something new I've learned. And I also do post unrelated, interesting videos as well that you might enjoy.